Hi everybody, my name is Uri Segelman, or the Seinfeld kid. I wish I had a laugh track. I really do like those things, you know. It's an official laugh. We're not smart enough to figure out when it's funny. We need the producers, the people who make the show, to tell us that. The thing about the laugh track, though, it controls us, it really does, you know. You're sitting with your buddies watching a sitcom, and you know, there are 5 of you there, and, you know, 40 you guys are watching, and one guy laughs when there's no laugh track. He's the loser. The laugh track is an official laugh. It's official. Oh man, talk about a word that's been overused and abused. Everyone says officially so loosely, you know. They say, you know, I officially lost my iPod. Official. You know, they obviously got signatures and documentation. You can go down the courtroom if you want to see. Why use official? There gotta be better words than official out there. So I was touring the other day. I was in Memphis, actually, visiting a friend of mine who I met over the summer. And we were just chilling. Went to a restaurant, pizza restaurant. Brick oven pizza, might I add. No metal for us, thank you very much. But what is the deal with brick oven? Is it that much different than a metal oven? I mean, I feel like it's the same heat, you know? How is the heat any different in brick oven than metal oven? You know what, in my opinion, I think if you go to a place that serves brick oven pizza, they're just trying to find an extra buck. It is the same oven, people. Use your heads. But yeah, restaurants, they're wacky places. You know, there's some characters there. They really do. Like those busboys, you know? They're Hispanic, but where are they getting all of this skill from? I mean, these guys have 15 plates on their arms. You know, we think about it, where are they getting all this skill from? I don't understand. And you know, the way they pour the water, you know, they never pour it through the stout, you know. It's always off to the side. Like, why can't they just do it normally? I don't understand that. The worst is when the busboys give you warm water. Because it's not just that you don't like warm water and you don't like the taste of it. You get angry. People who drink warm water get angry. You know, you want to get up, take the glass, and throw it across the room. That's how angry you are. You want to turn into the Hulk. Start talking to the manager. Excuse me, I had some warm water, and I was outraged. Why are we getting so mad? But yeah, so I was in Memphis, and I was talking with this kid. And speaking of water, he told me that Memphis has the second best tap water in the world, I believe. Okay. I didn't really know if there was a study going around, but so be it. How is that study made anyway? I mean, is there like a group of people who go to every single city in the country or in the world? And what is the criteria? Does it just have to taste good? I don't understand. But I feel like the people in Memphis are very proud. I feel like this is a big thing. I feel like when you go into Memphis, there's a billboard that says, "Welcome to Memphis, population 700,000. We have the second best tap water." The guy got very offended though when I asked who was number one. But we don't speak of number one. They're not okay. You know, the people who are in the top fives, you know, spots 3, 4, and 5, I feel like, you know, every morning they check on the internet, check the standings. Where are we today? Where are we? We're number 4? You freaking kidding me? Number 4? Well, who passed us? Who passed us? Lincoln, Nebraska? Bull. Bull. The refs are obviously being paid. Yeah, but yeah, it's a serious thing. This tap water extravaganza, it's a serious thing. So I came back from Memphis, flew back, as you might assume, and I actually went to Prague from Memphis. The flights are crazy these days, you know, especially when you're in the airport and they had some airlines have the pre-screening. They ask you if you have a bomb. Like I would tell them if I had a bomb. I mean, what do they think? Do they think I'm gonna say I do? Yeah, but anyway, after that, you know, you get on the plane, you have your boarding pass. You give it to, I love when you give it to the stewardess and they you know, oh, 23C, oh, it's down the aisle that way. And you're like, oh, I have to walk down the aisle, oh, you know, oh, I thought I was like the 100th customer or something. I thought I could just go to the cockpit today. Oh, you know, my mistake. You know, they act like they know the plane, so, oh yeah, 23C, yeah, every stewardess knows it's down there. Everyone does. This is an elite group of people up here in the plane who work for the airline. But I've always been bothered a little bit by those male stewards. You know, they're never really, I don't want to say gay, but they're kind of, you know, loose and hippie and kind of strony, and they got the wrists down at a 45-degree angle, high voice. Yeah, some of the gender, we have some gender problems with our jobs in our country. You know, even with crossing guards. Have you ever seen a crossing guard that was not a 65 or older woman? I've never seen it. It's always that 65-year-old woman with the orange vest in the street with her stop sign. I mean, these are the people who are protecting your school children from drunk drivers. Or bad drivers. But anyway, that's something else. So I got on the plane. Might I add that the name of the airline was Travel Service. Travel Service. Yeah. Wonder how long it took the airline to figure that name out. I can just picture the board, the board of trustees or the committee sitting around a big table with a fruit platter that no one eats and the graph at the front that no one understands, and the head of the committee stands up and says, "People, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to name this airline Travel Service." Saying back, "Oh, wow. Wonder how many hours of sleep you lost trying to figure that one out." But anyway, so I'm greeted by this frightening blonde Slavic lady who's a good foot taller than I am. And I get on the plane and I fly to Prague. The Czech Republic is an interesting place. It's not really a place that's so normal to us Americans. It's really a place that's, out there, Eastern Europe. A lot of different things in the Czech Republic than we see in the United States. I was actually at a grocery store in Prague. And I was in the parking lot, and they had a big sign there. It said, "No camping," and a picture of a teepee crossed out. I'm thinking to myself, just want to give these people the 411 that not only Native Americans are camping. It's a normal thing that even Europeans are doing. You don't have to use the stereotype house of a Native American, cross it out, and say, "That's who can't camp here." Other people are camping, not just Chief Grand Cherokee. And also, what is the deal with the Soviet propaganda there? I mean, can these people just cut the cord with the Soviet Union? I mean, I understand that they were very influential and all that stuff, but every store I go into, there's a picture of Joseph Stalin, and they're always selling, like, Soviet, for kids, like, the Soviet army uniforms, and, like, they've got the Soviet symbol. Look, people, it's time to move on, okay? We're done. Okay, we're done. The communists, they're crazy. China. For example, China's crazy. I mean, China is impervious to attacks. They're impervious to nuclear attack. Because they don't care about their people. And they have nuclear arms. So if we were ever to go to war with China, how can they ever lose? Because when you don't care about your citizens, okay, so 1 million of them die. They just replace it with another 1 million. They have an unlimited amount of people. China will never lose. I will bet any price in the world, all my money, that China never loses.